The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Pick up, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Rides the back on the option to give. And they pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give on the option. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Starting to feel a little pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Got to be so careful, too, Dave, because on 3rd and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Catch in the middle, it's Durant. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pulls it in, it's Barry. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Riggs. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Makes the catch at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Rides to back and leaves it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
They kick it away on fourth down. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Leaves it with the back. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to pass. Pressure coming. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Wants to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Georgia lining up to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter. Looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man in the middle. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. At this Bulldog offense. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Riggs. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40.
Not only did they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
Leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Sends it back in motion. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Ran the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's going to run it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. To the air on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Gets the back moving. Looking for space. It's Barry. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Durant. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, 1st and goal.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Knocked down at the 5 after making the interception and taking it the other way.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. This time he's got him. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Here's the handoff. He breaks a tackle. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
They'll run it from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Guys, LSU has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
I know as a quarterback, he's your best receiver. He's one of the best in the country, but it's going to be hard to get completions thrown his way on 3rd down into double coverage. On that one, you got to let your eyes take you somewhere else because someone else was probably open.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Plows through the defense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback's got the 1st. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
Snagged in the middle. It's Boone. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Georgia going up tempo.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. And
cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
Makes the grab. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, they decide to stay aggressive. 4th and long in field goal range. They decide not to kick the field goal instead, put the trust in their quarterback and targets, and they come up with a big play, setting up 1st and goal.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Maybe another step, another block, and he gets more, but the offense will take over there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Hey, man, I love guys with situational awareness in football. It's 3rd and long. You know it. He's sitting right near the sticks, ready to break on the football, ready for the quarterback to throw. He does, forces the INT. Nice heads-up, smart play by that young man.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Makes the catch. It's Riggs. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Back to the ground game on the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. LSU quick to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
To the ground. He's got it again. Fights off a defender. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Makes it past the marker. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on 3rd down.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to bully their way in.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. They're going to run it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And this one is perfect. And they have surged on top here in the final 2 minutes.
Big-time kick late in the 4th quarter to take the lead. Now, not much time left. Defense has to be ready on the sideline, ready for the 2.
He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Running back searching for a hole. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. This crowd even louder now on second down as they try to hold on. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And they take a knee to set up the kicker, and they'll try to knock through a field goal to win this one. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. Here's another kneel down as they set up the game-winning field goal and run the time right down to the wire. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. The cleats will be tested in this driving rain as he tries to kick to win the game. Splits the uprights. Good. And they've regained the lead. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with